Hey, that was fancy.
So sad.
What's going on? Happy Halloweenie.
I'm trying to move my dino.
Yeah. Let me see here. We got a couple viewers now. Let's see what's going on here. What are we gonna talk about today, huh?
So I'm looking right now.
Oh, go ahead.
On an article about
Look at
the
that.
communist social media. Now, mind you, that's not what the article is named, but that's what we're going off of because, I mean, how else do you describe what everybody is dealing with right now in the Zuckland? Right?
I don't know.
Pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about that stuff. We can talk, I don't know. We can talk about our sponsors today. We can talk about, I don't know. Who else? Uncle Roger. Maybe we'll start off with this. Got Review the Pew up here as a sponsor.
Wait. There we go.
77 Custom down there as a sponsor. Look at that. We're high tech now.
It's all backwards in the real.
Yeah, I know. If you would have started the podcast, you would have been on the left here, or right, or whatever it is.
So sad.
Yeah. Not as many viewers as last time. I mean, we got like
not yet.
We're
not on our sock, dude. It's gonna take some time to get there.
Yeah.
So
audio good. Your audio is good. Mine
good.
Good.
So what are you?
I'm a Halloweenie, a hot dog. So I got a complaint. Why do they call it a hot dog when there's no dog meat in there? I need this answered here.
That's the most Asian-y question you've ever asked in your life, but I don't have the answer.
I can't understand that if it's hot, like the temperature or the spiciness, but I don't know.
Is it because it looks like a dachshund, which is a dog?
Maybe.
Maybe did it originally have dog meat?
Yeah. So I guess this is a good indication why it's not as many people this time around as last time.
Because last time we wanted to see a public damnation or defamation. Sorry.
Yeah.
So originally, this was what I was going to wear, but when you take into account this plastic, it doesn't work very well for live streaming.
Yeah, because you have all that plastic running around and
I can't drink. I don't even care if it sounded good. I can't drink during the podcast. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh shit. Oh, you can click on that too, huh?
Reference to Dachshund. Or somebody's gonna say it's Dachshund, but I'm not saying it like that, so it's Dachshund.
Okay.
Interesting.
Fair enough.
Well, thank you, Facebook user, to prove to everyone that you do not get laid and you have useless information in your back pocket. Moving on to the next.
Maybe he just has a photographic memory. I'm assuming it's a he. It's his Facebook user. Because most of our audience is a he.
You justify however you want, buddy. But I want to talk about this communist social media shit we've got going on right now because that is a huge deal. It's all over Reddit. It's all over just about every bit of news that you find that's not related to the left, if you will. So what have you heard about it?
So are you talking about people that are being censored?
Yeah, being banned just out of nowhere for no reason, for no real explanation other than you are banned until most of the ones I've seen is November 28th.
Oh, you mean just normal people, not like celebrities or
no,
organizations?
Just everyday Joes, just guys.
Yeah, well, I'm still banned from posting a live video on my own account till, dude, it's been 28 days. I got 2 more days. I don't know what happened.
I feel like you kind of earned that in certain groups.
Well, maybe I did. Some
of these guys. Oh, that explains a lot, Adam. I rest my case. you being banned, me being banned, a lot of these guys being banned, I kind of understand. It's the ones that are just out of the blue, like kind of mid-ground guys that are, it strikes me as odd when all of a sudden they are banned. And not only banned, but you know how usually you get a little post notification of what you did wrong?
Yep.
These are just, you're banned until the 28th. That's it. Like,
yeah, that's weird. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Are these guys posting political posts or stuff that are more right-leaning that's causing these bans?
So, according to the articles that I've read, it is pro-Second Amendment, pro-Trump, anything going against standard coronavirus type fear-mongering, I guess you will, just anybody trying to justify it. Anything that is considered right-wing or conservative is being banned, and not just banned in the sense where you can't do anything. It's quite literally silenced. You can't comment on posts. You can't defend yourself. You can do nothing but message people, which is odd.
So I guess the counter to that is that Facebook's a private platform and they can do whatever the hell they want, right? But then, I've heard this argument where so many people use it now. It's almost like a utility company, and now they need to be regulated because it's not something that they should be doing.
So let me ask you this.
I like that.
If you take, I agree. It started as a very small, private, college-based system. But when you grow into a system where quite literally the whole world uses it, that's not the kicker for me. The kicker for me is when you patent and protect so many variables when it comes to social media so that no one else can create anything like you, that would be kind of considered a monopoly, right?
Sure, and then there'll be regulations against that too, right?
Yet we're not there.
No.
So somebody said, and I'm guessing by Facebook user, didn't they just backdate the terms of service? I mean, I would not be surprised. We just kind of click on things and agree to everything, right? That's just kind of the way this shit works. So Nick says, I got a warning yesterday because of my post in the fam that showed the indigenous.
I'll show you some indigenous boobs.
Yeah, I got your indigenous boobs, Nick. But again, so when we were kids, that was not controversial, but it was,
everyone had National Geographic, right?
Yeah. And it wasn't the same. You could watch that in school, but Lord knows if I put on some sort of shit in school with boobs, it would be weird. So why is Facebook now attacking him?
I don't know. But off on a tangent, and this reminds me of a story. I was on a swim team when I was younger in high school and whatnot. So I was swimming one day during a competition, just warming up. And everyone's in the pool. And I obviously had goggles on, and I looked to the side while breathing, and I'm like, whoa, I see boobs. What the hell is that? It's like female boobs. So I just stopped. I turned just to see what that was all about. It was a dude. A high school kid had man boobs that looked like female boobs. I don't know if I should have been turned on or not.
That was going to be my question. When you see them underwater and you don't see a face, you're like, okay, I see you. And then when you come out of the water, does it really change anything, or can you just kind of go?
My goggles were a little fogged up, so I didn't have to put my hands in front of it.
There you go.
And then I was like, let's just make this the best scenario possible.
So to be clear, Vince, you're like, what, 72? That was when magazines were hot.
Man, I remember watching like scrambled cable, trying to
pick out on the channels.
Man, those were the days.
So I've been reading through this article, and honestly, I don't really see anything that justifies it. His executives have held meetings to discuss President Trump's evasive comments about whether he would accept a peaceful transfer of power. he's basically taking anything pro-Trump, anything against the fear-mongering of coronavirus and everything else. I mean, and this is just reading it from the articles that I've seen. This article is actually the New York Times that I'm looking at. Mm-hmm. And by the way, it's just kind of like, if it does not agree with what he in lines with, he's banning people.
It's bannable, right? Yeah, just ban them. Oh man. So they're trying to silence all of us, right? All of us that don't agree with what they're thinking. So someone needs to come out with another platform.
So what do we have right now? We have what are the names of the other social medias? Guys in the comments, refresh my memory. There's 2 right now that are big, and I know that, but they fucking suck. Like, it's not even close.
There's another. I mean, nothing can compete with Facebook right now.
No, and it's comments. So
MeWe or
Mew, whatever you want to call it. Yes, that's one of them. It's awful. It's awful. Discord. Okay, that's a messaging thing. Parler. Okay. So let's talk about Parler for a second.
What about Tinder?
Tinder works. Pornhub works.
Yeah.
So MeWe, or whatever you want to call it, when it started strong, and then it trickled out, right? Everybody went to Parler. Parler, within 2 weeks of, I don't remember how many thousands of people signing up,
mm-hmm.
they made a post and basically made their terms of service, which basically said the same thing fucking Zucks did. If you don't agree with us and you don't follow us, we're going to ban you. No, what did they say? No sex talks, no abusive comments, like all these things that people just joke about online, but that gets them banned. So
yeah, I mean, it's taking any platform away. What are we gonna do now? Just use
Pornhub,
FaceTime, FaceTime to talk to everyone about certain things? That's stupid. I mean,
I don't know what else to do.
It's really quiet, keeping us silent, right? Oh, Todd, you on Grindr? Let me look that up.
So my question is, I've seen the way this whole thing came about for me was I saw a bunch of guys making a post. If you guys follow Keep America American or whatever it is, I know the guy started that. Really nice guy, really cool guy. My question is, he made this post about how one of his buddies who runs a social media platform on Facebook lost $16 million in advertisement when they shut his account down. Ooh. One lost $32 million, so on and so forth. Imagine if we took $48 million in advertising. We could make a platform that would hold to Facebook.
Right.
We could hire attorneys that, even if Facebook didn't like the way we were doing it, we could tie it up in so much litigation, we could get by with it for a few years.
Yeah, or Facebook can buy us out, and we just say screw it and go, hey, we do what we want to do, right?
I mean, I like that idea. That kind of defeats the purpose, but
yes,
I'm not against that, as long as when we sell, it makes the whole "you leave our people alone" type thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's not what Patreon is for, but
isn't Patreon it's a pay service, like OnlyFans?
Yes, it's OnlyFans, but for
no nudity.
Yeah, stand up people.
Oh, okay.
So if anything,
I don't do Patreon then.
All right, so I want to move on to the next thing, and before we even get into this and really talk about it, I want to see what the comments do. Where do you guys stand on? And I don't even know. I'm going to pronounce it wrong now because David already called me out on the way I pronounced something I thought to be true.
Discord?
Yes.
You're talking about Discord now.
But let's talk about libertarians. I want to know what, and this is not going to be just we have fucked the ATF. That's not what libertarians are. And that's what this Joe Jorgensen's whole thing is, right? Let's just ban, let's just dissolve the ATF. we're going to get rid of all government agencies, things like that. It doesn't make sense. And I want to know from our people, our comments, why do you guys support libertarians so much? Because I see most of these names. I know most of you. It's a lot of support for this bullshit, and I want to know why. I have to.
Well, I mean, I guess I kind of want to understand what a libertarian is, right? There's like, just like the degree of libertarian, just like the degree of a right wing, degree of left wing, right?
I would agree with that, Lee. But in most days, nowadays, from what I see, there's no degree. Libertarians are more extreme, if not equal to the left and the extreme right. Like they are not. There's not an in between. It's, oh, you're Republican, fuck you. Oh, you're Democrat, fuck you too. We're libertarians. You either go with us or you're one of them.
Right.
That's kind of
that I don't like.
It's different.
Right.
So the creed of libertarians is to be left the fuck alone. Okay, Facebook user, I'm assuming you're Adam. That's incorrect. If you wanted to be left the fuck alone, you would not be so vocal online. You would not share Joe's posts blindly and follow her into the gates of hell because she said repeal the ATF or whatever the fuck she said.
Well, I kind of agree with her on that aspect. ATF should, yeah. Maybe if I was a one issue voter, that would turn me into a libertarian voter.
Sure. If she walked up and said, hey, we're not going to tax you a whole bunch and we're going to get rid of the ATF. Okay, I got you. The problem is where she stands on energy. If you start digging really, really deep into her, I don't even know what to call it, her policies, her thoughts,
right? What
she supports, she leans way more left than she does right.
Oh, so she's like really into renewable energy.
I mean, oh yeah, she's nuclear power, which, don't get me wrong, nuclear power has a place. Wind energy has a place. Oil.
Yeah. So nuclear power has a place if it's modern tech. Most of the tech that these nuclear power plants have is like, what, 30 years old at least?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that's just a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah. We didn't learn from Chernobyl, right?
What was this, Fukushima or whatever, the one in Japan? I don't know exactly what it's called.
Oh, yeah, and we heard
wasn't that old, like super old?
Yeah. Oh, all of them are
old. Yeah, and then let's talk about batteries, renewable energy or using electric cars and whatnot.
Yep. And
that devastates the land, right? From what I hear.
Mining lithium is 200 times worse than mining just standard oil. I can't even imagine how much worse than just using wind energy. Everything has a place. The one variable here is that no matter how much you want to get away from oil and gas, and I understand that, I get it, you can't make nor can you develop these other systems without oil and gas. Now,
that's true.
Everybody's going to say, oh, but it's new. You got to give it time. You have to give it a chance. We've got to phase oil and gas. That's fine. Phase it out. And you'll see that, like you said, the billions of dollars it would take to update nuclear plants would be, I can't even imagine.
Well, just the wind farms, right?
Yeah.
Someone was telling me yesterday that each of the windmill or what, they're gigantic, and each of them holds like 50 gallons or 60 gallons of oil in there for the turbine or for the spinning mechanism.
Yeah, just as far as just for lubrication, which is 50. You think about a 55-gallon drum is about this tall. That's a very, very minute amount of oil. But
how many farms are there? Times how many farms? Times how often do you change that oil?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Wind energy again has a place. We have some on the place that we hunt. They came in, they did the whole thing. They were a Canadian company. They were extremely liberal, and ever since then, it's been okay. But they tore up 3 or 4 times the amount of land as the same amount of oil rigs would have torn up, right? they need space to do this. Oil rigs can go. There's oil rigs right now, literally in the middle of jungles around some of the most, what's the word I'm looking for? Endangered wildlife in the world. You go in, you clear a little bitty spot, you put your rig up, you drill the hole, you get out, you leave it the way you found it, aside from a 100-foot pad. But these wind turbines, you start digging into it and you find migratory birds are getting killed, you find bats. And I'm not saying it's not a good industry. It has its place. It's just you can't go and attack one industry and pretend like you're perfect, right? That's my point.
So I think all the end, like Ian was saying here, we need to all work together and just use each other, right?
Yeah.
All the different avenues of energy.
And I'm completely down with that. The problem with that is that when an energy source comes up, right, everybody's racing for government grants. That's what it is. You're racing to get the money from the government. And instead of working together and the government allowing everybody to get a piece of the pie, they're saying, who's going to be the best? So everybody's competing now, right? Like you get a lineman, which is wind turbine electrical guy, and an oil guy in a bar, they're going to fight because they think their side is better than the other. It's not. Everything has a place, but it's getting nasty. So let's read David's comment. So I don't think anyone expects Jorgensen to get elected. I think what most libertarian supporters are hoping for is enough of a popular vote so that they can be officially recognized and granted a spot on the national debates. Instead of the Republican versus Democrat, you would have Republican, Democrat, and Libertarian. Then, when there was a real third-party option, it may pull an extreme left and right closer to saying, okay, David, I get that. I understand what you're saying. But you are choosing someone based strictly on the fact that she's selling you on this getting rid of the ATF. Aside from that, ATF and drugs, those are her two big things. Aside from that, she has nothing to offer. She is a Democrat that likes drugs and likes guns. That's all she is. That, in my opinion, that's what she brings to the table. And that's what worries me.
Todd also brought up a good point here. So if he came on fully clothed, that would be a costume, right?
Oh, or if he came naked.
Yeah. How about you just put a sock on? I think that's a good costume. It's like an elephant, right?
Well, it depends. It could be a mouse. We don't know.
Yeah. Well, hey, that kind of cut me deep there.
So, David, the point is that she has sold enough people on this imaginary future that they're legitimately voting for her, which I'm down for the third party system. I don't think we should only have two options. I don't think people should just have to vote Republican and Democrat. I think you should actually have to pick your federal and local governments, but you can't just follow some lady blindly. I mean, right? She's playing all the cards. You can't pretend like she's not a puppet. She's a woman. She's smart. She wants to get rid of all gun laws. She wants to give everybody drugs. And that's where her fun stops, which, don't get me wrong, it's a lot of fun. But what's the negative that comes behind it? By that logic, do you think people choosing
President Trump, or are they choosing the Republican Party? Same for them.
Oh, they are 100. I am not. Let's be clear. I am not just a blind Trump supporter. He is like picking herpes or AIDS right now. Right? I've got one that will feed my family, which is Trump. That's all he will do. He's going to keep taking away our gun rights. He's already proved that within his first few years in office. He's going to keep doing his thing, right? It's the lesser of two evils right now. And I'm not saying Jorgensen isn't better than him. I'm simply saying, why would we put all of our focus into something that is just a little bit better than just completely burning the whole motherfucker down and starting over with something that would actually help the people, right?
Right. Yeah, getting rid of that's true.
It's fair.
Yeah, I agree with that. Then, yeah, the laws are still there.
Facebook user, I'm assuming again, Adam Tar. If you haven't changed your name yet, you are now Adam Tar. That's just who you are. I'm assuming this is you, and that's fair. I mean, that's exactly what it is. She has been memed into a position where she feels like she has a chance. She doesn't have a fucking chance in hell now or 2024. If she does in 2024, we have failed as a people because we didn't do our research.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion.
I'm gonna test something here real quick. Let's see. All right, can we do this? Can we do this?
Ooh.
Remember this?
Ooh, girl. It worked.
Yeah, that worked out. That worked out great.
One more time for the viewers.
Okay.
The viewers are me. Oh, I love that video so much.
All right. That works. I'm glad.
So that works.
We tried it.
So again, remember, guys, all we're trying to get at here is we're not saying vote anyone. All we're saying is do your research. Trump is not your daddy. Jorgensen is not your mommy. Biden is not your.
Biden is senile. Oh, speaking of which, check out this patch from 77 Custom.
You got them in
from our sponsor, 77 Custom. Yeah, I've had these. I mean, 77 Custom had these right there. You don't have one yet?
No.
Well, just go on the website.
Some weekend
10-15 get you 15% off.
It's true.
77-custom.com.
Yeah, y'all need to follow that if you don't, because the patches I buy them all. Let's see. We can reach back here and grab. Let's see. That one.
Oh, dude, check today. Today is the premiere of The Mandalorian, right?
Maybe.
Oh yeah. Check this out. Oh, you're not a nerd. You're not a nerd.
I don't follow Star Trek.
Yeah, check that out. That's the Asian Mando.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
It's massive. It's 5-inch by 6-inch, so bigger than some penises. But I mean, this is 4x3, I think. I mean, look at that.
Those are big.
Yeah, it's massive. It is massive. And the one you just pulled up, the Boogaloo one, that one's glow in the dark. Yeah.
We're probably going to get banned for that, but whatever.
Yeah. Well.
Then you've got
We'll just move on. Yeah, the Asian cowboy. I have that too. What else? I have these are glow in the dark too. Remember the guy that defended his basically his mansion, the Bougie-loo?
True. And
Oh yeah. This one's glow in the dark too.
And here's one that you didn't make, but I don't know where I got this, but I like it a lot.
That's nice.
Eat shit.
This is nice. And I got Super Secret Squirrel.
What? Okay, I don't have that one either.
I'm gonna have to get that to you.
It's some horse shit, dude.
I'm gonna have to get that to you. And then make Rhodesia great again with the Rhodesian shorts. Oh, you got one.
Yeah, I do have that one. It's hard to keep up. But yeah, 77 comes well, and if you want to go back old school, you could just do the really where it started, which is the Asian.
Oh yeah, that gray one up top there is the first one.
I got
Derek, it. I'll get that in the package too. Don't worry about it. Oh, and this one, this is for all the lonely guys in here.
I don't have that one.
Look at that, it's 3D.
So
real
story about this patch. Somebody bought it, put it on their backpack, thought it was just a joke about Mullen Lobby, until his girlfriend, wife, whatever, saw it and went, there's a vagina on that patch, right? I mean, he walked around like cities with this for months.
Yeah.
Which is just hilarious to me.
Yeah. Oh, that was awesome. What about Review the Pew? Tell me about it.
Well, I can't share my screen, can I?
No, I think I can.
But what I can do, so basically, we'll give it a long story short. What we've done is figure out a way to.
Oh, let me. I can pull it up and share it.
Pull you up. So basically, what we've done is we figured out a way to legalize a raffle-like process. Right, is the goal. You can pay to. You're paying to watch a video. That video is an instructional video where it gives you the opportunity. Where at the end, I have 4 layers of randomization. So you get chosen at the end. And if you get chosen, all you have to do is come back to the website, post your review, and you keep the product. It really is.
Oh, there it is.
Hey, that looks.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Whoa. What watch is this?
That's this. Hang on. I got it right here on the desk.
So you can, let's see. I'm going to click on it. What can you do here?
So you
okay, so you buy spots.
Yep.
And then you watch a video.
Yep. And if your name is chosen,
then you review it, right?
Yeah, you get the product, and as long as you come back and post your review, you get to keep it. That's it. It's that simple.
I like it. I like it.
Wow, Adam figured out how to change his name. Can we just take a moment? He figured it out. So we have patches too, but pretty soon they're going to be available through 77 Custom because I can't keep up with that.
I'll start mailing them.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wait. Is that an FCD?
I don't know.
Verbiage? The melon is on my FCPC.
Yeah.
Is that a mag catch from FCD?
Play carrier. Carrier.
Okay.
FC play carrier. I don't know. Faro concept play carrier. Yes.
So it is. Okay. We're close enough.
Yes.
All right. So moving on to, I have a bunch of stuff. I don't know what y'all.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
We're 32 minutes in, so we're going to wrap this up pretty quickly. We're not going to drag this on all night. So
we're going to plug a lot of things. If you're interested, we'll plug you too.
I'll plug the shit out of y'all. I want to talk about one thing before we just briefly. Okay. We'll elaborate on it later. But so everybody nowadays, whenever I try to sell somebody, say I have an AK, and I talk to somebody for hours. I mean, literal, possibly days. They like it. They like the price. Everything works out. And then their response is, let me ask my wife.
Ooh, I love those. Asking for permission.
Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't include your wife in your purchases. My question is, how do you combat the let me ask my wife? What do you do? I
don't. I don't.
Neither do I. My wife's watching this right now. I guarantee it. She'll comment. I don't ask her. She doesn't ask me. We don't have a permission slip marriage. We have a, do your thing.
Yeah.
I think
that's the way to go. I like that.
I just have
that trust.
Well, yeah, she knows the bills are going to get paid. We're not going to starve because I bought an AK. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the immature individuals that their wives don't know that they're going to feed them. Maybe that's the issue. But I have to know from the comment section, and I'll bring somebody into this thing. Or you will, rather. You started this. Yeah. But we'll bring somebody in. I want to know from somebody that has this. I have to ask my wife. I just have to know the mindset here.
Yeah, so I sent an invite to Todd. I want to see his sock. As long as he sees my invite, then...
it's important to trust your partner, not to fuck your fiance. That should be on the fortune cookie, David.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not wrong. Oh, finances is what he meant.
Oh.
Both true.
Man.
Both true.
I like the first one better.
That's a patch, David. 77 Customs is going to have the patch that says it's important to trust your partner not to fuck your fiance.
Yes.
Todd's coming in. Todd, take his shirt off.
Ooh, I like these. The joint Facebook account thing.
Oh, fuck. I can't. That's too hot. I'm sweating.
Dude, I'm dying in this hot dog outfit.
Step off.
I'm dying, but no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for the stream. I'm gonna keep it on.
You can take that wiener.
It's like my own little sauna in here.
So the joint Facebook accounts, anytime, because let's be honest, we all argue with people on social media. Anytime they have that, who cheated is the opening line.
Yeah.
Why else do you have one?
Yep.
Somebody explain to me why else you have a joint Facebook account unless this happened.
Oh, I see like John and Mary Smith or whatever. Oh, okay. Todd's coming in. Oh, shit. You did. I didn't know you can control it too. That's awesome. I can do everything. Hey. So show us the goods.
No.
Just kidding. We're family friendly. We are family friendly. All right. Okay. We're good. Okay.
I'm plugging Saks underwear because they're fucking awesome.
Okay.
So I can actually comment on the I have to ask my wife bit.
Go.
Okay. So my wife easily makes 3, maybe 3.5 times what I do. And quite frankly, she is much more responsible with money than I am. So if there's a major purchase, I absolutely do run it by her and say, hey, this is what I want. What do I got to do to budget for it or convince you that it's a good idea? And very much have to ask my wife because she supports our family.
So, man, I don't want to bring this up, but I have to.
Do it.
I have to.
Do it.
You said your wife makes 3 to 4 times what you make, which is phenomenal. Honestly,
yes.
Like I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Oh, your pride. There's no pride when it comes to money, as long as we're making it. But what did your wife say when you were going to move everybody across the country for a job?
Well, so
do we need to get another guest in here?
No.
That was a very.
He's in
honestly, that was a moment where I was like, listen, you've been keeping us above water for so long. Like, I really want to be able to bring more to the table and help. So this is a potential to triple my salary and help make things a lot better for our family.
That's admirable. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, way to fuck up a question, Todd.
And when I told her that it wasn't legit in the whole story, she literally just laughed and was like, so a 20-year-old was going to be your boss? Like, oh, cool. Way to kick me while I'm down, you cunt.
Oh, man.
But
yeah.
She didn't divorce you.
I mean, at this point, if she divorces me, she's got to pay me alimony because she's a
attaboy.
It's financially not in her best interest.
Right. I just keep trying to push for that. And, well, she keeps refusing. So
cheaper
just to buy me a gun and shut me up, I guess. I don't know.
So after your heartache, what did she buy you?
Nothing.
Put her on right now.
She's at work right now, and I got a message that said I'm going to be drinking when I get home. So she's apparently not having a great night.
So she's medical, no. I would assume.
What's that?
Medical?
No, she actually is the general manager of the oldest steakhouse in Vegas.
Oh, cool.
So like they were around when the Rat Pack was still together, and their claim to fame was that they were halfway between where Sammy Davis Jr. performed and all the other guys. And back then, because of segregation and all that shit, they couldn't have Sammy Davis Jr. on the strip at restaurants. So they would they let everyone meet up there, and
that's badass.
All the Las Vegas mob was based out of there for a while. Like, if you ever watched the movie Casino,
yeah,
the spot where Joe Pesci is eating his last meal before he's killed. That's their restaurant, but it was done differently.
That's cool.
It's pretty awesome.
I just want you to know.
It's a stressful job, man, for her.
Yeah.
I would have made a joke about things, but since we love you, we won't do that to you.
You can joke about anything you want with me. You cannot offend me.
Your wife gets paid to play with meat?
Absolutely.
Attaboy.
Look, she and I have very clear guidelines on this. It's not cheating if someone's going to pay our house off in one lump sum. At that point, it's a business arrangement, and do what we got to do.
I'd do him. If he paid my house off today, I'd do him.
I mean, let's be honest. Everything has a price tag. For enough money, I'll do anything you ask me to.
I mean,
I paid my doctor to touch my prostate.
So,
I mean, I paid.
I remember when this happened, and I feel like our viewers are mostly male.
Okay, so my doctor, this was at least 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
My doctor was like, you're in your 40s. You should probably get this checked. I'm like, let's do it. I mean, just do it, Yeah. And then he just started and did it. He's like, well, your prostate, I couldn't feel all of your prostate. I can only feel like the front half because it's so far in. So I'm like,
you said,
go further. Reach in. Come on.
It's all fun and games till he says no, look, no hands.
Yeah.
So,
hey, I mean, if that's what prevents me from getting colon cancer, let's do it, man.
I don't know. That hasn't happened to me yet. I just can't.
Well, you're still young. You're youngish.
I'll be 40 in just over a year, and I've already had 2 colonoscopies. So at this point,
no. I've had a colonoscopy. My question is, have you had a doctor go?
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah, I felt like a Muppet.
Did his watch scratch you? Fair question, Adam.
No, I told him to call his phone so his watch vibrates.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right. So while we have you, Todd, we're probably going to go for another 3 minutes. That's what she said. And in the meantime,
too long. That's what I said.
Let's recap here. I want to know your stance on libertarians.
I'm not a party voter. I vote based on issues, not party allegiance, because I think if you don't vote based on what is actually important to you, you're fucking retarded to begin with.
So Joe Jorgensen, let's start there.
When she first started getting popular, I took a hard look at her, and I mean, I'm all for people having machine guns, and if people want to do cocaine, hooray! I don't really care. It's not for me. I burned got that out of my system when I was really young. Where she loses me is her stance on immigration, because I'm not for just wide open borders where anyone who wants to can come waltzing into the country.
Right.
And as soon as she started kind of catering to the Antifa BLM crowd, I was way out. So
my statement when I say that she is a quite liberal far left that likes guns and drugs, that's accurate to you?
Yeah, she's very much a bleeding heart liberal who wants the world to join hands and sing Kumbaya, and we'll back it up with the machine guns and the sedatives. That's really about it.
Yeah, and that's my issue. That's where I stand. Is what I want is somebody to say, what's that meme, Leetai? I know you've seen it. It's like, I just want the gay couple down the street to smoke their pot and guard it with machine guns or something like that. Like, that's what libertarians sell. But that's in fact not what it is.
I mean, here's the thing, man. Do I think that gay people should have the right to do this and that? Yes, they're fucking people. People should have basic human rights. Do I think that abortion is wrong? It depends. So, I mean, I'm one of those people that doesn't really fit into any party guidelines, and I'm never really going to find a candidate who's like checking off all the boxes for me because I'm a fucking weirdo. Like, listen, if you want to do a line of cocaine off a stripper's ass while dumping a belt fed and stabbing a baby with a coat hanger, knock yourself out. I don't give a shit. As long as it doesn't impact on my life, hooray. Like,
my Saturday night.
Too many people are concerned about, well, the Bible says this, and well, poor people, we need to be taken care of. Why? Okay, great. You care about people, but at the same time, you're taking funds away from someone else to do it. So I don't know. You're going to get me on a rabbit hole, and I'm not going to shut up about it because
you're good.
Opinions on a lot of stuff.
I was just curious. It sounds like, I mean, and this will probably be a segment for another day, but it sounds like the whole grand scheme of things is if you want to donate. If you don't be forced to. That's what it comes down to.
Yes, I very much. My financial plan for getting my family out of debt and kind of building a future of wealth and all that stuff. Once we are at that point, it will include a percentage of charitable contributions, but that's because I believe that we should try and help support some groups. Like veterans are very near and dear to my heart. My father's a veteran. He's 100% disabled at this point because of his military career. I would like to see less homelessness with vets, more vets being taken care of medically, stuff like that. So, when we are financially able to, I plan on making charitable contributions to groups that support veterans. But,
that's awesome.
If you want to talk about the government being involved in finances, just look at Social Security. If we were not forced to pay Social Security and instead were given the ability to invest that funds in our own retirement as we saw fit, I think the last number that I looked at when I saw this was something like you'd be 400 times more profitable and able to retire with a shitload more money. Like,
Todd,
exactly.
Todd, I'm going to interrupt you. Adam says it perfect. There's a difference in charity and creating dependence.
Absolutely. And
that's exactly right, Adam. And thank God you finally figured out how to put your name on your Facebook because Lord knows it took long enough. But I don't want to get into this tonight. We've been going for almost 50 minutes, and she's never said that. So I wanted to know if I was the crazy one here or if more people actually agreed with my standpoint. It sounds like most people do, which is why I'm announcing that Lee Ta is running for presidency in 2024.
Can I be your vice president?
The only problem is I wasn't born in the United States, so I am pretty much not eligible.
Oh, then I will run for
State
in 2024.
What's that?
What?
Secretary of State, yeah. I can be a couple heartbeats away.
I will be running in 2024, and it's basically fuck your feelings. We like our money, and we'll help the sick kids. That's my campaign.
Have you looked at? Have you heard of Big Dan Rodimer?
No,
I don't know.
Okay, so he's a guy here in Nevada that's running for Senate. He's a former WWE professional wrestler.
What's the stage name?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But he's basically like, listen, I love guns.
Hang on.
I hate welfare. I want people to be who they say they are.
So he's
I have a fucked up past. I've got criminal charges for violence and stuff like that. Deal with it.
Yeah, I don't. He got into wrestling by becoming a contestant in 2004 Tough Enough competition on July 12, 2006. Rodimer was signed to a development contract, blah, blah, blah. In 2018, Rodimer ran for Nevada State with a focus on school safety and education. He announced his bid for Nevada's 3rd congressional district. Rodimer was named GOP, blah, blah, blah.
I just love the fact that he just doesn't give a shit what people think of him.
No, I mean, I appreciate that, but we're going to smoke his ass in 2024 is all I've got to say. You fucking yeah. Because we're not libertarian, we're not Republican, we're not Democratic, we're just people for the people, right? So we're at 50.
As long as you are telling me that I can buy a machine gun out of a fucking vending machine, I am all for it. And
you shouldn't have to buy one out of anywhere. You should be able to build it at home with the government-appointed drill presses we send you.
My man.
So we're at 50 minutes, guys. Thank you so much. Hot dog.
Yeah.
Boy Blue.
I'm the greased up naked
weenie.
guy.
He just All right, guys. We'll talk to y'all later.
Yeah. Subscribe. Go visit the sponsors.
Yeah. Dicks.
Yeah. See ya.